our second video into our pitching series for Sports Rehab and working in the Astro Therapy, something that I designed here with Felipe Perez. He's retired pitcher and obviously still wants to play. Just because someone's retired, it's just a hard, not a hard thing to say. It's not about that professionally. It's just that, you know, you guys have been playing ball since probably 4 years old, and it just carries through and it continues with family and your environment. But really what I want to discuss here with Sports Rehab and what's going on with as you age. People think that as you age, to maintain your life, your career, it needs to be muscle-based. Yes, you do need your muscles, but you have to understand how your muscles move. And there's really been a big push on bigger is better, and that might look good for the hit. However, when your system does not know how to weight transfer, you're going to use your power incorrectly. So if you don't know how to weight transfer, then your power is going to be just for your load, not for the load of what you're trying to do, which is to get the ball somewhere or to run. So what I'm doing now in this series is we're just working on the pitching and the breaking down of the weight transfer, the pitching. If you missed the first video, just go back to it where we're covering that more. But so where I'm going here is, and I have tension right here on the thigh. So he's leaning a bit too much forward, let's say, right? But right now, if I bring him back, again, when he is thrown off a little bit, now he might say he's fine, and you might think he's fine, but when his system is telling me a different story, this is what I have to catch and then work on to build it up into his system. So, as I mentioned in the last video, when you pitch, you're pitching on your active leg, your kicking leg, but now it becomes your standing leg. So I'm coming into the front of the knee and I'm trying to work on right now, and his body does not know what I'm trying to get out of him, where I'm looking for him to start twisting out. Now he has torqued the knee and torqued the pelvis to such a degree that he does bring this leg to the start of the pitch. Now I'm not going into full lift yet. Right now I'm only working with that engagement of actually starting to come off. But again, if his foot's not weight transferring, knee's not weight transferring, pelvis, all of those things, even his vision, it's going to throw that pitch. We look at how it goes across the base. That's not where action, that's just an event. The action is where the throw comes from, and the throw is coming from your pelvis, I'll tell you that. So if everything can't work around your pelvis, you're just playing high school ball, if that. Now again, I'm not looking for perfect form. I'm not looking for any of that. I'm looking for the variation of height, which you're going to get on the mound, and that weight transfer of coming from his, what he knows is his standing leg, and going back into his loading leg. Again, even though I'm working with pitcher here, hitters, fielders, all of you guys, when you're doing all of those fine motor skills in your feet, yes, they're fine motor skills, not gross motor skills. Your feet have a quarter of your bones are in your body, in your feet, 26 in each foot. And when you're doing all that stuff, shuffle up, fastball, slow balls, working around the field, stealing bases, if you don't have good foot function, weight transfer, again, you're being released. So now I'm going to go back to that tension now that I have set up so he can start feeling, because again, he's 6'3". If I'm not working with cables, he's not going to feel the full effect, especially if he feels at this point where his balance is at a point which you're going to have right after a shoulder surgery, any kind of a surgery, your balance is off. That's why it's hard to get out of bed. It's not the anesthesia, your balance is just that shot. But who's working with these kind of skills, especially right after surgery? That's what's nice about this work, the way it happens, and the way we work. I wouldn't say the gentleness of it, but it's still very powerful. But you can do it the day after surgery. You don't have to worry about that part because it's not a muscle-based function. Weight transfer is different. So now where he's having issues weight transferring from, and I'm going to just adjust the camera, is just the difference in the hip trochanter of bringing up that leg. He still wants to go where he's lifting the leg up versus it being a weight transfer. So now here again, just torquing that knee. See right here, he wants to still lift through the thigh muscle. And I'm just going slow enough so he can start to learn. And I'm pushing up through the hip and through the pelvis to start bringing that knee up. This is where, too, folks, parents, this is why you buy good equipment. I'm telling you, if you're playing with one of your AA ball teams or those that level of ball, or you're on the varsity team, they have to have good shoes. They have to have good equipment, because if they're coming back down and just those cleats alone are going back into the dirt incorrectly, I'm telling you what this does to their balance, and their system will just adjust. This is really true too for glasses. I have videos on that. There you go. That's the first time that your knee crossed midline. You have a bad set of glasses and you're used to holding the frames, you just can't throw when you have certain kind of glasses on. Even just a pair of commercial sunglasses will throw. So there was a little bit of jump here, so I'm just slowing it up. See again, weight transfer, foot, ankle, knee, pelvis, almost like a swing. But my objective is still up through the trochanter. And now I'm coming in. There he is. See right there, it's still catching. If your trainer is not working on these skills, especially after you've been injured to such a degree, you need to consider coming in to doing movement lesson and working with getting those skills down. Like or subscribe. We're going to do a whole series. I'm going to concentrate on pitching just because that's what he does. But as you can see, this would help you in football or many other sports. This would be great for tennis. Even though that you don't work with an uneven surface, just again working on this weight transfer.